Hey there, my name is Fallout, and because I'm essentially a professional dancing monkey, because so many of you really wanted me to, I hopped into Iron Banner to play 50 games of the new game type, Rift. Yeah, I know I just said all new, and some of you are probably giggling.
It's he, Iron Banner Rift is way old by now, Fallout. It's not new anymore.
I know, these videos, look, they take a really long time to put together. I'm sorry. Look, let's just do this one with a straight face. I'll make it up to you later. Like I said, I hopped into Iron Banner to play 50 games of the all new game type Rift, wink wink. Like always, I'll show you how I descended into madness one game at a time. Do keep in mind that subscribing is free and greatly appreciated, by the way. Also, I stream, funny story. But before we dive into the content, why don't we talk about your trouser tent with the sponsor of today's video, Manscaped. Boys, it might be November, but it's never too early to crank Mariah Carey Christmas songs, and it's never too early to start planning out your holiday gifts. For the man in your life, might I recommend the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. It has everything you need to deck the halls from your face to your balls. You got the Lawnmower 4.0 body trimmer and the Weed Whacker nose and ear trimmer. Each feature skin-safe technology to protect your skin, and both are waterproof, so feel free to bring them into the shower. After you've cleaned up shop, don't forget to freshen up with the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner. Yeah, laugh it up, they got ball products, but if you ain't clean and fresh, ain't nobody gonna want to be under your mistletoe. Need a perfect stocking stuffer? That would be the brand new Body Buffer, a scrubber that makes exfoliating easy and a lot cleaner than that nasty loofah you got laying around. This holiday season, look nice when you get naughty, and go to manscaped.com/falloutplays for free shipping and 20% off. Again, that is 20% off and free shipping when you go to manscaped.com/falloutplays. All right, enough ball talk. Here's how it all went down. Hope you enjoy. Game 1, and we're starting on Disjunction. The enemy team makes a push for our Rift, but they're not ready for my low health dank flank to demolish their back rank. I'm fighting for my life and can't help but have that thought that we all have from time to time: where the are my teammates? But they drop the spark, so I should be able to help out as soon as I respawn halfway across the map. Gee, I hope that doesn't become a recurring theme. Second round starts, and not even 1 minute later, I get dunked on before spawning halfway across the goddamn map again. I pop my super in protest, and
that's a lot of damage!
I love watching my teammates get more kills with the objective than I do with a whole super. Final round, and Daragon the Paragon paves the way for our runner, but we blow our shot. If I wanted to see a team choke at the goal line, I'd watch the New York Jets. Game 1 is an L. Game 2, and I am holding down mid like a goddamn G, allowing 2-2 Fluffy Kitty to grab the spark and solo push inside instead of sticking with the team. First round ends with me getting distracted by the shiny spark, watching helplessly as my teammates get dunked on. Round 2, and I very cleverly challenge a scout rifle with a hand cannon. Luckily, a teammate actually revives me just in time for heavy spawn. Now that is what I call good time out.
I just
Motherfucker. Despite enemy supers, I somehow sneak my way in for a big dunk. Round 3, and I've got the spark with 30 seconds left on the clock. Teammate pops Dawnblade to blaze a path, and I get sniped before I can make the dunk. No worries though, all we gotta do is pick up the spark. Pick up the spark. Pick up the goddamn spark. No, not my revive. It goes to overtime, and I spy with my little eye a sneaky hunter dunking on our Rift. I shoddy melee him at the same time my teammates dunk, and game 2 is a win. Game 3, and we're on Convergence. 3 games on 3 different maps, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. The game starts off with neither team making too much progress on dunking, but we've got the spark now, and hey, that's the wrong way, man. What are you running from? Oh, shit. I watch from the grave as the other team dunks the spark, along with part of my spirit. Next round, my team makes a more unionized push through mid, and I'm able to grab the spark along with Heavy. Got my G-Horn, and
Oh, baby, a triple!
somehow we've gone up by 1. I've got the spark, and your Titan tickles can't stop me. We steamroll through for another dunk. Hey, maybe this one won't go to time. I pop my super, put 2 in the ground, and live to take out the runner and gank the spark. I put the moves on a few of them, but this jabroni blight pipes me before I can grab another point. Unfortunately, they push up and dunk again. Hey, nice Dawnblade, my guy. Better late than never, huh? Round 6, and after a brutal fight in mid, we somehow end up with the spark and no time left on the clock. We're all pushing as a team until I go down fighting a goddamn wizard, but the rest of my team storms ahead and slams that buzzer beater home. Game 3 is a win. Game 4, and what do you know? Convergence again. The game kicks off, and through the sheer force of teamwork and a lot of grenades, we're up a point already. Next round, and they've got the spark after putting me down for the cow. What in the name of God am I witnessing right now? Really looking forward to the new Titan Magic 3.0 reveal. My team can't touch the magical force that is Inth, and he dunks yet again. Thankfully, we remember our defense against the dark arts and manage to tie it up. I get the spark through chaos, but before I can make a push, I'm gunned down, leaving my teammates to play hot potato with the objective. Shockingly, it doesn't work out. Final round, and we rush out in a panic, going down first and respawning to 4 dead teammates in Private Church 13 as our last line of defense. We hold them off well enough to get the spark, but our runner tries to be a hero and drops the spark in mid, chalking game 4 up as a loss. Hey, exotic arms drop though. All of this is now completely worthwhile. Game 5, and I push into mid hard as I clear a path for our runner to slam it home in the first minute. If I had $1 for every time I'd busted in under a minute. Wait, I lead the charge to mid and immediately get domed. What the hell? It's not like they're gonna get a push on our rift. Oh my god, they're making a push on our rift. The spark ends up in my hands, and oh, what's this? The enemies are near, and I have G-Horn. Guess they won't mind if I blow myself up. Good news, they still haven't scored. Bad news, I ate a whole ass nade and this Titan bags me like he earned it. Worse news, they scored. There's about 2 minutes left on the clock and the supers are flying. Yay, solo blade barrage. We drop the spark and get dropped in the process, but like a good teammate, Discourse is here to grab the spark and none of the 3 revives that are with him. I'm debating whether I should pop my super or save it for overtime, but a second blade barrage right up my ass gives me all the motivation I need to pop that Dawn Blade and kill absolutely nobody. Overtime, and all we gotta do is dunk one of these 3 sparks before they do. Easy. Okay, turns out it's not that easy. Nobody dunked a spark and the game ended in a freaking tie. Game 6, and hopping onto my hunter, I realize I haven't unlocked any extra solar fragments yet. Sorry, Junior. Tapping into my inner true dad guard, I whip out a sidearm and a sniper, and we are right back to disjunction. I'm trying to make something happen, and I trade out a kill with my trusty sidearm and watch helplessly as Danny Boy over here goes AFK. Hey, where's the runner? Oh, raspberries. Round 3, and yeah, I think I'm gonna need to warm up my sniper just a wee bit. I gun down their runner and pick up 2 more with the help of some teammates, and now we can finally push out of our own base with the spark. Or not. Just checking, is Danny still AFK? Terrific. I come off spawn predicting the hell out of Jaeger buddy with a trip mine and disrespecting his buddy with the good old crypto knife combo. The team goes down to a blade barrage trying to dunk the spark, so I decide to hold down heavy and get blade barraged. Look on the bright side, we're pushing their base and Jesus if I had a Twitch sub for every blade barrage I ate, I'd be retired by now. Luckily, we managed to finally get in and dunk. Round 4, I get the spark and try to run for dear life, but they chase me down and beat me into the dirt. GG. Game 7 and back to convergence. I just need to get to middle cube really fast. Whoa, too fast, too fast! Goddamn Titan mains. I follow my team into the promised land as Dragon Hunter 42 dunks it backwards for a little extra style. I'm a little wary now and make sure to follow my team in so that I don't get Titan checked face first into a concrete wall. I distract some random warlock while Dragon Hunter scores again, bringing us up 2-0. Next round, I break from the team to splash in the water a little bit and go down after taking down a Titan. Before I can even make it back to mid, Dragon Hunter back at it again. What is this feeling? Feeling proud, but for a blueberry. Round 4 starts up and maybe the sidearm isn't working out. I go to pull heavy and what are you doing, Sunbro? Getting me all hot and bothered with all that hammering going on. Thanks to Sunbro, we're able to bring it up 4-0. Final round, and I'm determined to help my team by tossing this blade barrage right into the ceiling. Still got 2 kills out of it and I'm not dead. Calling that a dub. We push forward and Shoddy B drops the spark right at the rift, so being the hero I am, I valiantly finish what he started and dunk that sucker home for the final point. Game 8, and as much fun as sidearming is, I feel like changing it up. How about Hero's Burden? Don't think I've fiddled with that too much and I got like 8 in the vault. Don't tell Dado. Round 1, my team makes a push on their base and I watch as our runner 4-heads his way in, dropping the spark. I prep to hold the line, but nobody's here, so I just take the spark and score 1 for the boys. Round 2, and it's my turn to 4-head into the enemy base, creating the perfect distraction for Nerevar to, oh, he's dead, perfect. Teammate got the revives though, so back-to-back 4-heading while Nerevar gets back up and slams that sucker home. Next round, we push into their base again thanks to a perfectly placed trip mine, and our runner drops, allowing me to grab it and bring us up 3-0. Round 4, and I am out here giving everybody a taste of the burden. Feeling good, I solo blade barrage a guy in my way and feel no remorse as we dunk it and go up 4-0. Final round, an enemy team is popping supers right out the gate and frying most of my team. By some miracle, I skirt past a Dawnblade and join Nerevar in getting the spark and some teammates back in the game. Oh, would you look at the time? It's super o'clock. I take a brief moment to ponder some strategy while my bloob teammate ends the game. Game 9, and I'm pulling out my own blight pipe for peak toxicity levels. Oh look, we're back on convergence. I'm beginning to wonder if Bannerfall is real or if game 2 was just a fever dream. I spawn in and the runner is already here. What the f? We manage to hold them off and start running to their base. The spark gets dropped and a Wither Horde party breaks out in the hallway. I contribute to said party before getting shotgunned by Dr. Shanks-a-Lot, who sets up camp on my ghost. Our spark runner dies somehow, leaving me to grab the spark and blade barrage! 8 minutes in and neither team is dunked. So we grab heavy and Jesus, I guess I'll just wait here. I finally break through and pave the way for the rest of my team to stroll on in carefree for the first dunk of the game almost 9 minutes in. I think we've demoralized the enemy team somehow because round 2 barely goes for a minute before we break on in and dunk again. I feel like it would be easier now to bleed out the clock, but my teammates disagree, slamming home a third spark. Apparently though, Saladin viewed that as a dick move because we then get punished by repeatedly transmatting into our spawn over and over. I'll take this time to mark game 9 up as a win. Game 10, and with the sound of transmat still ringing in my ear, we load back into disjunction. Variety be damned. First round and I knife some fool in mid before touching grass and gambling my gunpowder on the first person who dares approach me. I push up and manage to catch a couple people on spawn, allowing my team to put us on the board for an early lead. Round 2 and I catch a few people outside and try to chase down this slippery little hunter before getting dropped on by some guy with a shotty. I help the boys push into their base before getting ripped a second b-hole by trespasser? Damn. Let's give that another try. And okay, crap, this guy really has my number apparently. Good news is all 6 of us are grouped up on the spark now. I see no way this could go wrong. Oh god, it's all gone wrong. Now they're running the spark to our base. That's not how this is supposed to go. I shut down a golden gun with a well-placed trip mine and proceed to slay a sunbreaker before picking up the spark and getting got myself. Just when it feels like the back and forth will never end, Ace realizes he has a super and clears out the enemy spawn, getting us another point 9 minutes later. Round 3 and it's my turn to grab the... Oh, we won. Nice. Game 11. And is this a new map? Don't think we've been here yet. First round starts off with a bold strategy from our runner, who decides to tank all incoming damage with his face while beelining into the enemy base. The team resets, and once again the runner decides to eat lead instead of waiting for the team. Oddly enough, turns out to be just the distraction we need to push them back and dunk. Nice job, everybody. Never doubted any of you. Round 2 starting up, and whoa, who joined the match? That's one hell of a catch-up mechanic. I'm nading and spraying everyone out there, except the runner. Where is the enemy runner exactly? Oh, shit. Thankfully, we have someone back home to keep our rift dunkin' free, unlike my face. Thanks for the Titan high five. The spark gets taken to the enemy team with same-day shipping, and I'm gunned down before I can get my blade barrage out. All I can do is hope that my team fights long enough for me to get back, which would be easy enough if I didn't respawn across the damn map. Only a minute left, and they've bubbled the spark. Not good. By some miracle, we're able to keep them from dunking, and our only chance now is to get a buzzer beater and bring it to overtime. Unfortunately, our runner decides to go full Sigma lone wolf mode and gets trounced while running in alone. Game 11 is a loss, but don't worry boys, I got double riptides, so it's all worthwhile. Game 12, and I feel like I should change up the loadout again, but I still want to keep the SMG nade launcher combo because it's feeling nice. 1 NOD and Dead Messenger later, and I'm dropping into another disjunction game on a team down 0-2 with supers already on the field. Awesome. We get dunked on, and I'm starting to wish that Rift launched with a mercy mechanic. Next round starts, and I can't help but notice that some of my team has decided to stay in spawn where it's safe, or so I thought, as they decide to join the fight while I watch from my ghost. I get revived into a vortex grenade, tanking both my KD and my self-esteem. Feeling kinda over it, I push back to my team, grab the spark, and put us on the board. Just gotta do that 3 more times, and we're stuck in transmat hell again, aren't we? Maybe Saladin can transmat me into a better game. Game 13, and I think it's safe to say I'm still enjoying Dead Messenger. I gun down Spark Runner in their own base and try to pick it up for myself, only to immediately get unalived. It's all good though, because the boys finish what I started and grab a dunk. Eventually, I decide I'm tired of the Virgin Enyo and upgrade to the multi-chad. That proves to 100% be the right decision, as I proceed to cut through the enemy team like an X-Acto knife for the remainder of the game. One day, I'll write a strongly worded letter to Bungo telling them to put this gun back in the loot pool for y'all new lights. But not today, I'm too tired. Game 13 is a win. Game 14, and I'm feeling spicy, so I throw on Crimson. It's a French hand cannon. You've probably never heard of it. Things are going well. We march into the enemy base, but some dick weasel put a wither horde on the dunk zone. Thankfully, my teammate grabs it and drives it home. Hey, thanks for the revive. God almighty. This match of Iron Banner has everything. Me vooping chumps left and right, blueberries dunking, AFK teammates, it's all here. Eventually the clock runs out and game 14 is a win. Game 15, and because I'm getting so many damn riptides, I decided to throw one on and see how it goes. Gotta tell ya, not a fan. These bolt spreads are looser than your mama's booty hole. At least the palindrome is straight crushing it out here, and so's my team because we bowl these people over with a hot 5-0. Game 16, and we're finally off disjunction. To celebrate, I've switched back to the patented SMG Blight Pipe combo, guaranteed to make jabronis mad while you feel like a Chad. First round, I kill 2 nerds with 1 nade and give the runner a nice clean dunk. Second round starts, and our local Titan main gives me the wrong kind of momentum to keep this game going. At least he seems sorry about it. I'll forgive you this time. Round 3 ends the same way. Not much contribution from your boy besides laying down Wither Horde left and right, but after all that disjunction, I'm happy to let the team handle this one. Round 4, and this goddamn Titan almost clips me again, but I'm alive and show my appreciation by slamming one home for the boys. Round 5, and the team's morale is sky high. With full supers and nobody in our way, Sweet 16 is a piece of cake. Game 17, and we're right back on Convergence, but I'm still riding the high of that last game and nothing can stop me. Except maybe that guy. At least my teammates can finish what I started. Round 2, and it feels like we're a well-oiled machine, mowing down everybody so our runner can dunk it on home. The enemy team makes a surprisingly solid hold on the third round, suppressing and depressing us non-stop. We are knocking on their front door for minutes on end until we finally manage to push through for another dunk. By the way, isn't this the perfect clip of PvP in a nutshell? I intentionally avoid the trip mine right there on the wall. Teammate runs right through it without a care in the world, and I'm the one doing an octuple somersault back into Valhalla. Rounds 4 and 5 go by just as quickly, leaving me to wonder why every Iron Banner game can't be this smooth. New drinking game. Take a shot every time I get a Riptide. I'm just kidding. I don't want to kill anybody. Game 18, and against my better judgment, I'm pulling out another sidearm, but not just any sidearm. The OG, the king. Hashtag Drangang. Oh, is that Bannerfall? Was starting to think that map was a myth. To celebrate, I drop a Blight on the Spark and rack up a totally earned triple kill before grabbing Heavy and helping our runner drop the Spark right in front of the Rift. Don't mind if I do. Second round begins and I decide to fully embrace the freelancer playstyle, flanking this guy on boxes, yoinking the Spark out of mid and zipping around the map for a dunk before they realize I'm not with my team like a true lone wolf. Doesn't seem like the solo tactics are going to hold up for too long though. We get scored on in the third round after I piped their back end. And maybe choked a few sidearm shots on the runner that I'm going to chalk up to me, giving them an opportunity to make a comeback. I'm such a nice guy. The enemy runner makes a break for it, but goes down in mid. There's absolutely no way they're gonna let me get away with this. Oh my god, they let me get away with this. With a 2-point lead, I spearhead the charge into battle, putting in some absolute work with Drang, carrying our Spark runner all the way to the promised land. Enemy team ain't too happy about that, starting off the next round by popping off with their supers. Somehow, my team holds them off while I barely manage to pew-pew that Warlock trying to drop a well. With 30 seconds left, we take it to time. Might as well use my super because the game's over. Jesus, how many of you people were in there? Shot! Game 19, we're back on Convergence and changing it up with a little peace of mind, but I'm leaving Drang on, baby. I successfully lock down Heavy while my team dunks the Spark. Feels good. The enemy team comes out swinging next round, and as much as I'd like to give them a piece of my mind, they dunk the Spark before I can get out or respawn. Hey, what are we doing here, buddy? You having fun over here? AFK? Having a good time? Yeah, what the? Oh god, why? It's all tied up, but with everybody actually playing, I see no way this can go wrong. And it all went wrong. I'm starting to get annoyed, but there's a lot of people here, and it's Blade Barrage time. Are you kidding? Hey guys, sorry, that was weird. I seem to have accidentally closed out of the game. Crazy. Game 20. And as hot as Drang is, I feel like I could turn up the heat a little bit more. While I search for 11 more people with nothing better to do with their night, I replace Drang with a goddamn laser beam. Why? Look, it makes you unstoppable. Yes, thank you. You're too kind. Please subscribe for more top-tier comedy. Well, we're off to a good start. Dunking the Spark less than a minute in. I'm lasering mofos left and right, baby. This game's really starting to heat up. Nothing can stop our momentum now.
5 minutes later.
And apparently, the Spark despawned. Yeah. Well, 6 minutes left on the clock and nothing to do. Guess I'm just gonna sit this one out. At least we won though, right? Shot. Game 21, and I decide that it's about time I fully commit to that hunter lifestyle and unlock classy restoration just to make sure everybody I get into a gunfight with completely hates me. Off to a good start. We're up 1-0 and I'm shooting laser beams, clearing out mid and paving a path for our runner to dunk. Momentum in full swing. I smite the heathens before me while staring down their spawn with a peace of mind so our teammate here can bring us up by 3 in 4 minutes. Charging into the fray, I feel like nothing can stop me. Except maybe snipers. Back in action, I try to hold out for the team by melting as many people as I can before I get piped by some guy who just stares at me. Totally not creepy. Nobody's in their base, so I think I'll take some time to turn around and... Wait, I don't have the Spark? Huh. Oh well. Still scored. Really thought I had the Spark. Might be starting to lose it. Final round, and after some careful maneuvering, I drop a goddamn nuke on BD Nuke and his buddies. That's what you get for staring, you little perv. I clean out enemy spawn with power, and that's a 5-0 game. Alcohol poisoning. Game 22, and I'm here to bring some discomfort to the Thunder down under while he blunders the Spark, meaning I get to eat G-Horn. Luckily, one of my teammates is actually a team player and pulls the revive, allowing us to carry this little Spark all the way home. Second round, the enemy team wants to go for the Spark, but my laser disagrees. To the untrained eye, it may look like I completely whiffed a Blade Barrage, but it was a tactical play to put the fear of God into the enemy team. The plan works and none of them leave their spawn, giving me a free dunk. See? Tactical mastermind. Apparently I've inspired a fellow Devil's Ruin user, but he doesn't seem to have the hang of it yet. Don't worry, ball fart, you'll get there. I push up towards their spawn to wreak some havoc, and damn, did I just drop a "we ran" in Rift? Classic streamer, ignoring the objective. Time to make a Reddit thread. I'm perched back up in mid and ball fart, how could you? The student doesn't strike down the master. After a little more mayhem, I lead the charge for our Spark Runner to run it home and close this one out. My legal team has advised me to stop saying "shot." Game 23, and with the filthy taste of victory in my mouth, I load into Bannerfall and immediately establish dominance by becoming a pulse rifle master. And my 5th grade teacher said I'd never amount to anything. Suck it, Miss Miller. I embarrass a Warlock in mid before melting a Titan and pushing forward with my team to put us on the fast track to victory. The super fast track, as a matter of fact. About 4 minutes in with just as many points, the enemy team just can't seem to slow our roll until our runner goes down. I get put down in the dirt and get revived into a piping hot blade barrage. I'm having fun! They have the spark now, but I cut them off, and with the help of my lovely blueberries, I pick up a couple kills as well as the spark. Time to take this bad boy home in style. Heading towards their rift, I montage Mr. Nabisco before dunking that spark for the game winner. Game 24, and as much fun as it is chucking knives at people, I think it's time to change it up and start fisting some people instead. Phrasing. Game starts and I am ground pounding everything. Players, spark runners, my teammates, nobody's safe from these hands. I sacrifice myself to bait a Titan into a perfectly placed grenade, then watch a blueberry, inspired by my heroics, follow suit to clear the path for our runner. Next round and I'm flying out like a bat out of hell, slapping and blasting anybody that gets in my way. One slaughter later, we get a second point on the board. Fresh off spawn, the enemy grabs heavy and rocket dumps their way to the rift. Would have loved to do something about that, but I got spawned across the goddamned map again. Venting frustration, I used this hunter as a trampoline, which would probably be some sort of violation if Shax were watching. The enemy team wastes no time in violating me right back, with Devolve dropping Wolfpack rounds on my cheeks and bagging me through a bubble. I slammed Devolve in mid for a little payback, and we dunked the spark to take back our 2-point lead. Round 5 begins with me pulling off some fancy Thunder Crash acrobatics, killing nobody, but distracting them just long enough for my team to grab the spark and immediately drop it. God damn it. With just a few seconds left, the enemy makes one last push, but time's on our side. Game 24 is a win. Game 25. I change over to Sunbreaker and we are right back on Disjunction. Man, I'm really glad Bungie's been giving me this map so much so I can really appreciate it. Deep in appreciation, I realize I have no idea where the enemy spark is. Oh, I botched the save with a bad shoulder charge, but the team's got my back. We are setting up for a group push, and oh, what the f***? Hunters could blink before Arc 3.0? Thankfully, my team finishes the job for me and puts us on the board. Using the fancy new Titan Solar melee ability, I start off the next round, slamming on this squad, but only killing one rather than the 3 I was hoping for. We'll get him next time. Or not? Stand still and let me pound you, you bastard. Round 3, our team grabs the spark right off the bat and makes a solid push until the runner takes a blade barrage to the face. Sorry, pal, but better you than me. Hammer pound, redemption arc! Next respawn, it's my turn to eat a blade barrage, but this only fuels my fire, letting me blaze through the team so we can be up 3-0. I pop my big boy hammer and try to spin to win, only to be outplayed by a Titan with a smaller hammer. Good news, boys. I guess size really doesn't matter. They're putting up a fight, but time's on our side. The clock runs out and game 25 is a win. Game 26, and in the first minute, I missed another Solar Titan slam, but what else is new? Look on the bright side. We dunked the spark. Oh, look at what we have here. Maybe I'm getting the hang of this after all. My team clears a path and I celebrate my new Titan dunking power with a backflip dunk. I try to pop big slammers on an enemy Titan, but my enemy has taken the high ground and once again I am taken out by a smaller hammer. I get pity revived and get to join my team in the charge to slam the spark home. Yay. The enemy team is showing signs of life, but they aren't ready for these 6 spins. Okay, they were ready for those 6 spins. Coming off spawn to stop the spark runner, I take out this poor pulsing pleb with a fadeaway, only to be met with a shoddy blast to the ass and a spark in my rift. Okay, final round for real this time because I'm tired of this team having the audacity to live. Our runner gets shot down, but don't worry, Papa Bear's here to clean up the mess. Game 26 is a win. Game 27, and after a little success with spin to win RNG, I feel like lots of smaller hammers might be a better option, so I hop back in ready for a bloodbath, and it's a game in progress with no spark. Well, guess I'm playing Clash for a few minutes, but I can't help but wonder why everybody's popping supers instead of saving them for the overtime that is definitely going to happen. Overtime starts and, oh look! The one guy who was smart enough to not pop his super pops it and freaking french fries our team right out the gate with no effort. Oh god. Spawn, 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 go, 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 go! Ah! Jesus. Good work, teammate. Somehow, our runner managed to sneak in undetected, and game 27 is a quick win. Game 28, and as fun as that was, I'd really like to use my hammers. After swapping the loadout around and visiting Ikora for those 2 fragments I totally didn't forget to purchase, I take a moment to meditate. On my career choice, I mean. We're back on Bannerfall, and 30 seconds in, I'm throwing myself at the enemy as a meat shield while our runner ducks away. Round 2, and I ascend to triple threat status, adding Master of SMGs to my skill set. Still, no match for shotguns though. The team runs in like a bunch of thirsty lemmings, and we all sacrifice ourselves so that Salami can get a nice meaty dunk, putting us at 2 points in under 2 minutes. We steamroll the next 2 rounds, with me styling on them with a sick 180 for the 4th dunk. Just when I think I'm not gonna get my super this game, the enemy team actually shows up. We get the spark, I get that super, and kill a whopping 1 Guardian before the game ends. Yeah, game 29, and our entire team gets bippity-bopped in the opening push to mid-cube. I respawn and try to maybe throw out a little defense before the push, but these guys are linked at the goddamn hip. They push right in and pull one of the fastest round 1 dunks ever. G goddamn G. Next round starts up, and I just can't resist. Alright, Titan mains. I'll admit it, it's rude, but I get it. The enemy makes a push, but I'm tearing into them with Teraba, which buys my team just enough time to clear them out and start our own push. It goes pretty well, and we use our bodies to distract them while the runner slips around and takes a dip in their rift. I think about turning corn cob into shish kebab again, but decide to be merciful and give him a little speed boost instead. Karma decides to reward me with a free headshot. The spark goes down near heavy, and I'm trying my best to lay down some sniper support, but my teammates won't stop putting their goddamn heads in front of me. No big deal though, we just have to keep the spark away for 30 seconds. Acting like a filthy little tryhard, acting like a brilliant tactician, I take it back to our spawn and take a knee. Can't dunk what you don't have. Game 29 is a win. Game 30, and despite my freeing the beast on multiple people with Teraba, we inevitably get dunked on after a beefy 5-minute back and forth. Unable to stop their momentum, the second round begins and they drop a few supers on us, scoring by the time I respawn. You know, as much fun as it is to feed the beast, I think this game calls for something a little more toxic. I pop my super in a last-ditch effort and manage to get 1 kill before I'm taken out by Xenophage. Gambit is that away, you goddamn nerd. Down 3 points. I have no idea how we could come back from this, but taking out a sentinel with a well-placed Witherhorde shot is a good enough start for me. Might not be enough though, because apparently the runner is imminent. I pop some Blight on the Rift, only to get Xeno'd from the sky by our friend from before, no doubt seeking revenge for shutting down his super earlier. Oh hey, there's Corncob again. Good to see you, buddy. Maybe you could use that super before the round ends next time. Is it because I threw you into a wall? SMHing my head. People living in the past out here. 1 minute left and we're down by 4. I think I know where this game is going. GG. Game 31, and I'm putting on my Antaeus wards because the only thing worse than being shot by an enemy is being shot by yourself. Charging into mid, I run into this warlock who I wouldn't have traded with if my pullout game was just a little bit stronger. Yeah, of course that's what I meant. What were you thinking? I make it my personal mission to clean out mid while my teammates stop the runner. I said while my teammates stop the runner. Jeez, I gotta do everything around here. Spark in hand, I lead my beautiful blueberries into battle, and now that we've cleared them out, I can go and dunk. Oh, not that way. Whoever said patience was a virtue never played any goddamn Rift, because I remember a bit too late that if you hold the spark too long, you blow out harder than a night of binge-eating Chipotle. Time for a fresh start with an even stronger pullout game. I'm being an absolute menace to the enemy team, and they just can't stop me. Okay, maybe they can stop me, but at least the runner's alive. Okay, he just ran straight in, but at least we're not getting dunked on. Oh my god, we're getting dunked on, but at least we can definitely come back. Oh god, I don't know if we can come back, but at least it's not a shutout? I'm gonna stop talking for a minute. Game 32, and I think it might be time to break out the old Peace of Mind Devil's Ruin combo again, don't you? The other team goes up 1-0, but I mean, come on, anyone would have a tough time going up against Son Goku. Somehow we managed to dig deep and go even further beyond, finally taking the lead. I get shut down holding the spark, but Stop is out here golden gun and everyone. Rather than get a free dunk on an open goal, a teammate decides to do the neighborly thing and revive first. But we end up getting the dunk anyway. I guess my mom was right. Politeness really does go a long way. Round 5 begins and I go down in a hail of gunfire. Thankfully, my teammates are here to revive me right in front of a thermite grenade. It's the thought that counts, right? The other team is trying to gain a little traction, but my hammers have a different plan in mind. Goku's not happy about any of it and goes Super Saiyan to try and wipe us all out. Turns out though, anime plot armor is no match for a fusion rifle. Fortunately for us, the enemy is too busy fighting us outside to notice a blueberry slipped in to get the winning dunk. GG. Game 33, and right out of the gate, a friendly Titan introduces our teammate to his good friend, Mr. Concrete Wall. I get downed pretty quickly, but against all odds, I get revived revived by a friendly teammate, which lets me kick off a dank flank and get the momentum we need to push in and get on the board. I'm trying really hard out here to kill enemies off of their spawn and clear a path for our runner, but there's a lot of enemies in there. I don't think he'll have enough room to push in. Teammate? I overthink strategy a lot, don't I? Game 33 is a win. Game 34, and I begin the match with the ceremonial Titan BM. Don't worry, guys, he was in his menu. He doesn't know what happened. I go crazy with the peace of mind in mid. Didn't these people hear I unlocked pulse rifle mastery? I whip out the Devil's Ruin and pave the way for our runner with laser beams, putting us up a point and putting them down bad. Big Cat Daddy, totally regular D2 name, by the way, celebrates, and we are off to the races in round 2. I'm trying to make my sidearm work, but the peace of mind is shooting lasers for less risk and more reward. We ram our way into their spawn again, and I graciously let Oswin take the spark for the team. My Devil's Ruin is reheating up, and my team is pretty much clunking everyone's heads together. We drop the spark right in front of the rift, which means it is my turn to... Wait a minute. It's a goddamn sunspot. Oswin, no. Be careful. Oh, wow. He actually grabbed it. Hello? Perfect game type, by the way. No bugs at all. There we go. The next 2 rounds go by just as quickly as they started, and game 34 is a win. Game 35, and you know what? I think it's time to keep the peace. I cover my ranges with both the Huckleberry and the Beloved and hop back in looking like a militarized Minotaur. Oh good, there's only 4 of us. 4 of them as well. A competitive Rift beta test, I'm sure. Getting to work, I rip through their ranks, making sure to reload my Huckleberry at all times because I definitely 100% need to. It pays off though, because after almost half the game, we finally got a goddamn point on the board. My team is fighting for their life, and I'm respawning back in on the other side of the goddamned map. The enemy drops a cheeky little bubble at our front door, and suddenly we are down 2-1. Fortunately, it's now hammer time, and I pave the way with pain to give my Bloop the most free dunk of his life. Enemy Guardian tries to counter next round with his super, and I counter with my patented hardscope jutsu. The enemy team may have the spark, but I am going for heavy. Of freaking course. All right, no problem. We just have less than a minute to tie it up again. I can totally do this. As it turns out, I totally can't do this. Game 35 is a loss. Game 36, and I've swapped out the yuck for the multi-mock. I'd say things are off to a fairly good start. I throw out one of the most garbage nades of my career, but immediately make up for it by railing the guy who thought he was going to chase my sweet cheeks down. We bring Spark right to the other team's front door, but we can't seem to close the deal. In fact, both teams are so evenly matched that we spend almost the entire game going back and forth without scoring. Finally, I pop super and we manage to force our way in and get dunk number 1 with only 3 minutes left on the clock. Seems like we may have broken the seal because dunk number 2 comes not too much later. They try to eke something out, but we're having none of it. Game 36 is a win. Game 37, and I'm gonna be dead goddamned honest with y'all. While I did have some cheeky snipes and some otherwise fine plays, this game was absolutely the worst. It dragged on and on, back and forth, ending with only 1 point on the board. I mean, look, if I wanted a never-ending back and forth snooze fest ending in 1-0, I'd go watch soccer. Game 38, and I load into Bannerfall only to get shotgunned 20 seconds off spawn and get dunked on by the enemy team. Off to a great start out here, boys. Round 2 doesn't go much better. I get Titan suicide bombed straight into a second dunk. Eventually, my team manages to get 1 dunk, but not without great effort. We're getting completely flattened out here, but hey, at least some guy on the other team wanted to have his picture taken with me. Game 38 is a loss. Game 39, and I've just now realized that even though I'm playing Iron Banner, I'm not wearing anything Lord Saladin approved. There, now that I look like I've been dressed by my neighbor's grandmother's blind dog, we can hop back into Rift. We're back on Convergence, and this time I've brought a DMT. We fly out of the gate like a bunch of hungry wolves on cocaine, team shooting everyone in sight and scoring immediately. I wonder if we can keep this up.
A few minutes later.
I'm really not sure what the just happened, but what a whirlwind of pain. I wouldn't even have enough moments to show you even if I wanted to. Each round was over so quick, we just shoved the whole enemy team into a locker. If the final games are all that easy, goddamn, I'm in for a peaceful evening. Shot! Game 40, and good lord, everyone and their mother has either a scout or a pulse rifle. Seems like our only hope is to form a firing line and push our way through the DMTs and blight pipes for an early lead. The long-range fighting is getting a little monotonous, but at least my DMT is on point. After smearing a random camper, my teammate charges in with the spark and just gets killed mid-dunk. I'm worried that the game is now going to get glitched, but damn, Spark is actually recharging. Thank Jeebus. Nice spawn, buddy. God, I love the DMT. I've got the spark and decide to forge my path into the enemy bay. Oh, not that way, not that way. Eventually, I push in and get dunk number 2. Damn, that was close. But with a 2-0 lead, there should be no way for them to come back in a minute and a half, right?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
All right, we're in overtime. Evidently, all my teammates managed to lock down middle and grab power ammo. We're pushing them hard, but the other team ain't giving up. I take the same exact route as last time, but this time I pull off the goddamn dunk. Jeez. All right, gonna towel down my gaming chair after that one. Game 41, and we're on back-to-back banner fall. Maybe this time we'll get some more engaging gunfights. Or maybe we'll just get stomped. Even though we're off to a rough start, the DMT is still hot. I am just gunning away until we are suddenly gunning them down in their own base. And finally, we are on the board. Next round goes on for a while. The enemy runner winds up choking in our base, and I end up choking the spark by their base. Eventually, I pop super and push into their hidey hole, only to wind up trading with some jackwad camping in the corner. Thankfully, I was enough of a distraction to pave the way for another dunk. Not all heroes wear capes. Round 4 in full swing, and they mean business. My team gets wiped off the bat, and now supers are flying. Thankfully, I've got the spark, so all I have to do is wait it out and then wrap around behind and get my cheeks clapped by a machine gun. Well, as long as nobody comes in with a super, we'll be fine. Hey, look at that. Somebody came in with a super. About a minute and a half left and we're all tied up. But with the power of teamwork, God and anime, we managed to charge in and put ourselves back in the lead. With only 10 seconds, that's another win. Shot! Game 42. And oh good, disjunction. I was really starting to miss it. Was really missing these spawn traps too. Like I miss a rock in my shoe. We're down 0-1 pretty quick, and an enemy hunter decides to show me the dance of his people. You know, if I had a nickel for every time I went to revive a teammate and they just mashed the respawn button, I wouldn't have to do Raid Shadow Legend ads anymore. I finally get my hands on the spark and charge in to tie it up 1-1. About 5 minutes go by without anybody scoring. Real slobber knocker going on out here. I'm chasing down some goon with my hammers who's making my life way too difficult. He gives me the slip while his BFF sends me to the absolute moon. The hell did he put in that fusion rifle? We wind up in overtime and Frosty Toad and I slip in barely detected for an easy endgame dunk. GG. Game 43, and oh look, I'm officially an Iron Lord, which means I can break my shoulder charge addiction and maybe hop back on Hunter for a bit. I was also kind of digging Peace of Mind in Devil's Ruin earlier. I'm gonna bring that back. The lasers are coming in hot and heavy, and while the other team is going full on defense mode, we finally clear a path and I decide to take the high road in for dunk number 1. Second round starts up and I turn into a one-man army, beaming and pew-pewing whoever I see. Hey, wanna see something cool? Count it! The runner's got plenty of room to run in and grab dunk number 2. The enemy team comes so close to dunking, but even with a bubble on the front line, they can't get it done. We push back. And oh hey, interesting tidbit. Did you know that a Devil's Ruin can beat a Radiant Well? Learning is fun, don't you think? Another knife ricochet, and I am just straight up styling on this team right now. Time runs out, and that's all she wrote. Game 43 is a hard win. Game 44, and I gotta be sure I'm showing off that Iron Lord title. I need people to know who they're really messing with out here in these wild Bannerfall streets. We get our spark so unbelievably close to the rift, just pounding our way in, but we fall flat right at the end. Eventually, we manage to work our way back in. I'm beaming people and laying down the offense. Right as I'm holding the door open for my homie, a goddamn Jotun comes out of left field. I wish I could say I intentionally took that for my runner, so I will say that. I'm a noble teammate who took one for the team, and you can't prove otherwise. Hey, what the f***? This guy is a regular in my Twitch chat. Belba, you bastard. I'm timing your ass out, bro. I am literally living in the enemy team's base right now. I'm the unwanted guest at 2 a.m. who just won't take the hint to leave. They should have asked more politely because my teammate comes into an open house for dunk number 2. Not even 1 minute later, and guess where I am again? On God, I almost feel kind of bad for him. Not bad enough to stop lasering them in the face, just bad enough to acknowledge it. It's really just getting disrespectful at this point. I don't even have to use my super to shut them down. My shot is sharper than any barrage of blades I could throw their way. And with that last dunk, that'll be a GG. Now let's get our ceremonial riptide and head on out of here. Okay, game 45 is... Look, guys, I'm sorry. I swear on everything I thought I was recording. And out of every game to F up my recording on, by the way, of course it had to be this one. Look at these numbers. Top frag by a mile. Overall game duration under 7 minutes total. I took these kids to the goddamn clinic out here. Here, I'll make it up to you. Audio recreation of the match.
Please don't laser us, Mr. Man. We're sorry.
Oh, don't you just wish that I wouldn't. Y'all gonna learn today.
Oh, God, we're burning alive. Help me.
Game 46. And look, my recording software is turned on and everything's back to normal. Yep, everything's back to normal, all right. Enemy team out here is organized. They march into our base with purpose. I try to respawn and help get them out, but you'll never guess where the game puts me. They dunk and they're up 1-0. Try as I might, my laser can't cut through all these blight pipe puddles. And with teammates that are giving less than stellar revives, I'll say, it ain't looking too hot right now. After a hectic team fight in mid, it's looking like we might have a chance to... Never mind, they popped a Dawnblade. Oh, but King doesn't care and he dunks it anyway. We're trying to keep the momentum going, but once the supers start flying, we are back on defense. They send in some hammers, and I've got my Blade Barrage ready for this exact reason. And I guess that guy had his ready for that exact reason. I tried to bring a little heavy to the party, but yeah, I've got a grenade launcher, and Dawnblades do be floofing. Damn it. We're officially in overtime, and may the best team win. Meaning my team, naturally. You ever heard of Zoro's 3-sword style? Well, we're attacking with 3-spark style, because apparently we grabbed them all. They can't stop the assault, and game 46 is a win. Game 47, and I've decided to take off the Devil's Ruin as soon as the laser beam stops working. But the way things are going right now, that ain't gonna happen anytime. Whoa, the hell did that guy even come from? At least we got the dunk and we're up 1-0. I am getting some sick knife plays out here, but I should probably focus up a little harder because while trying to 1v1 some random goon, the runner sneaks in off the port side and slams it right home in front of my salad. But it's alright, we got this. Alright, maybe we don't got this. But Uni Rift got his Nova Warp for next round and we're all tied up again. The tiebreaker is off to a bumpy start. I get solo Blade Barrage, so naturally I gotta give one right back. I just wish it had been enough to keep us away from overtime. Guess I'll just take the spark outside and oh crap, it's over? Damn. Oh well. Shot. Game 48 will begin just after a quick trip to the tower. Huh, what are these red weapons in my inventory? Don't think I've ever seen that gun before. Must be new. I grab my messenger and we are back on Bannerfall. Game kicks off and hey, want to see a small funny thing about being a content creator? Makes me giggle each and every time. The other team ain't playing around. They storm in and dunk and go up 1-0, but we got this, right guys?
An enemy rush sighted. Your enemy.
Yeah, we don't got this. Game 49, and as much fun as it's been melting people with this Hunter laser beam build, I want to go out on my OG Guardian, my Warlock. I also decide to slap on Ol Reliable, aka Ye Old Austringer, and my trusty Time Lost Found Verdict. We out here on Convergence, and I bag 2 quick kills right out the gate, meaning the enemy can take the spark and run it all the way into our base, just as I planned. I take a little extra time to change my drip, and with the fit complete, we take the spark and let the Clown Emperor drop it right in their spawn, all according to plan. See, the faster I let them dunk the spark, the faster I can get out of this playlist and into one with more than 3 maps. And just like that, they're up 3 points. I'm trying real hard not to tap out right now, because I made a promise to you guys, and damn it, I'm a man of my word. I stop a guy right at the finish line, but his homie picks it up and finishes what he started. Game 49 is an L, but we can still finish strong. Game 50, and we are right back on Convergence. Redemption arc, maybe? I may be about to faceplant through my desk due to exhaustion, but let's do this shit. Not even 1 minute in and we've already got a dunk. Damn. Round 2, and as I'm wondering where this team's been all day, not even 1 minute goes by and holy crap, another dunk. Look boys, I'm just as eager to get this last game done as you are, but on God, we're about to get a goddamn speeding ticket out here. I try to lock up a few more with my Austringer, but my team has acquired a taste for blood and marches in for a 3rd unanswered dunk. 3 goals in under 3 minutes. Seriously, what the f? My teammates are so thirsty, they're literally blocking my headshots. Excuse me, it's very rude to try and take me from behind. That came out wrong. Or did it? I get my hands on the spark and try to get a dunk of my own, only to immediately get cloud struck. Thankfully, teamwork makes the dream work, and we're up now 4-0. I can't believe we're on the final round. It's kind of bittersweet thinking about how, Jesus f***. Okay, reminisce later. I grab power and use it to gingerly shoo a guy away who I'm not even sure knew that I was there. I'm waiting for my teammates to politely make an opening. Let's just check the old kill feed. Ah, damn it. All right, the hell with this. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Ah! Nailed it. Oh God, never a doubt in my mind, boys. Well, there you have it. 50 games, 3 maps, and plenty of goddamn Tylenol. Plenty of good memories is what I said. Head down to the comment section right now and tell me what game you want to see me do a 50 video of next. Bonus points if you pick something that isn't related to D2. And if you pick something in D2, I still love you. Subscribe if you're new, and I appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on stream.